Just wanted to take this opportunity to say a quick thank you to the gaffer, Ben, and everybody else at Thames FC for giving me this chance to remain at the club in a coaching capacity. I've thoroughly enjoyed my time as a player and can't wait to get started as a coach. And hopefully we can kick on this season and get promoted. Up the Thames!
Thank you to Michael Emery for the intro. I live in a weird world. And as you can see on screen, Thames Takeover completed. That's right, Thames were put up for sale. It was over on the Thames_FC for those who are interested. They did tweet out that the club was up for sale, and that sale has been completed. Bill Curry leaves the club as chairman. Gary Clark, a local investor, has taken over. We'll have to see how he changes things, and it's literally just happened, viewers. I decided, I knew that we were in sort of takeover talks, so I thought as soon as I'm told, I hit record and I play from that point onwards. So the next 2 games will be the next 2 games, and we'll show you what we've done so far this season. But let's read through them. What's the news from our new man, GC? Let's have a look. So, new chairman Gary Clark has thanked you for your patience during what has undoubtedly been a stressful time for those involved with the club. Clark informs you that there are no plans to provide the club with any investment at this stage. Brilliant. As part of the takeover, a bank loan of $291,000 has been taken out to help with the pre-existing debts. Fair, and aid the day-to-day running of the club. The current board will remain in their roles and will be joined by director Colm McJanet. Colm McJanet. Right. The new board would like to put out that they will only judge you on transfers and matches starting from the date they took over as well. I don't know if I like that or not, really. The directors have lifted the transfer embargo. Of course, when you go through a takeover, you can't sign or do anything. The player percentage transfer revenue has been up to 30%. So that's okay. The board have announced that due to good wage budget management, I mean, they've set new things, obviously. And the bonuses will now be paid to the players on non-contracts. So we had a lot of people here for free, which I actually quite enjoyed, but apparently not anymore. Right, so this is a big moment for me. I've not looked yet. I'm waiting to share this with you. I want to know what our financials look like. I'm quite excited. Okay, 3, 2, 1, boom. That's not fair, is it? I mean, look at the state of it. Look at it. Look at that. I forgot what that colour was like. Well, I mean, I deserve it. I don't deserve it at all. And all that's going to happen now is we're going to run it into the ground once again. In terms of income, then, 762,000 from other. That sounds... there's no description on that at all, is there? And expenditure-wise... Right, we've now got a debt, though, which I don't like very much. We're paying, what, 2,500? I don't mind that so much, actually. Over the course of 10 years... We're paying 2.5k a month. Fine. Yep, fine. I mean, that is funny to look at. I mean, when we get our next month, when we get November, it's just going to be up there again, and it's going to look ridiculous. I look forward to it, frankly. I look forward to it. Now, recent form. We were unbeaten for a long time, and then we weren't. So, here we go. So we last met against Folkestone. It was a 2-0 win. You probably remember it. Quite a late 2-0 win, but a 2-0 win all the same. And we continued our streak in the league, at least, for quite some time. A 3-1 win over Three Bridges, a 2-1 win over Lowestoft. Leiston were beaten 4-1. And then we played Cinderford in the FA Cup first round qualifying. A good way to make money, the FA Cup, viewers. You always agree with that. Cinderford are they're a tier below us in the league. And they beat us 6-2. It wasn't like we were the better team and we got unlucky. I mean, they've scored 6 goals. Rarely is that the case. Seth Patrick got all 4. So, yep. I mean, I don't really know what to say. So we're at the FA Cup pretty handedly, but we continued our good league form. Whitehawk was a 1-1. Needham Market a 3-2, a 3-1 against Wingate Finchley. We then played London Tigers, and you'll notice there, Christy Clark-Slocum, 93rd minute equaliser, jumped out of my chair. It was exciting, and then we followed that up with a 2-1 defeat to Hayes and Yedding, and the streak is over. I feel like The Undertaker, but without all of the bits before it. So that is a bit of a shame. And it finds us today then against Leighton and Tooting and Mitcham, which, yeah, Tooting and Mitcham. So Easterman League Cup second round gives us a chance to rotate things a little bit. And in terms of the league table then, that game's coming up a little bit later on. We currently sit second place, viewers. Only lost 1 game. Oxford City now, the only team who haven't lost so far this season. Jake Matthews for them is having a very good year. Too good for this level, unfair. But yeah, we had a good year. Charlie Peel has been in the goals for us and has actually had a really high average rating as well. And there is a sad reason for that. Now, I don't think you'd have picked it up on the screen we just saw, but there's been injuries. We've got one to Jordan O'Connor currently as well, so he's out for 4 weeks. Brett Squires, though, luckily for us, can come in and play his role perfectly. But it's Wayne Adams is the real concern. If you kept a close attention to my Twitter, actually, I did tweet out that a broken ankle has seen him out for 5 to 6 months. We've already played sort of a month of that already, so 3 to 4 months now. Broken ankle. Wayne Adams is bravely shut down from 4 to 1 in an instant. And yeah, was having a great year. 5 in 7 for us. And our young hope, our 16-year-old young hope, has been cast to the wayside. Is just devastating news. But as mentioned, Charlie Peel's come in to play his place, and he plays as a poacher, of course. So far, 6 in 10 is banging him in. So if he keeps doing that, we'll have no problem. Tactically, and it might shock you all viewers, but we've been on quite a good run of form. I haven't changed the formation once. Is that surprising to anyone? Hemmings and Clark-Slocum do a pretty good job on either side. Danan and Peel is the front two for now. We've still got Michael Smith, of course, but he's had a few injury problems himself. Squires and Hallahan will be in the middle then for this first game. Widdowson at the back with Cox, Heath, Togwell and Adam George. He's staying in goal for now. If I could have brought in a better keeper, maybe I would have done at this point. 2 clean sheets to the 13. Not fantastic, but look, we're second in the league, and it's all down to Adam George. It's partially down to Adam George. I did play Tony Hallett in one game. I don't think you'll be able to see this, but if you take your eyes down to the Cop, you'll notice a bit of rotation. He played 1 game. That was the FA Cup game. We conceded 6. So if you're wondering, why aren't you playing Tony Hallett? Why don't you give him a chance? I'll say no more than the facts that you've been given. Okay, a little change around on the bench as well then, and we need to flick a few things about, and Michael Smith is going to make his way onto there as well. So Jordan O'Connor and Wayne Adams both missing today, 2 key members of the squad, and I'm not sure if we're going to be as good without them, but I guess we'll wait and see. Brett Squires, look, he's been around a long time, he knows what's what. I'm confident he'll do a good job. That didn't sound confident, Ben. No, it didn't sound that confident. Just realised our game isn't until later today. I've been caught up in takeover madness. So the debt's gone, viewers. The debt's gone. I mean, there's a loan now, which we didn't have before, but the debt's gone. It's time to start making money. There's no way that's going to happen. There's no way. How can it happen? But I don't know. If we can get to the end of the season in profit, we might be fine. We might be fine. Right, then it's a cup game. We're playing a pretty full-strength side. I would quite like to have success in one cup competition. Now we're at the FA Cup. Might as well focus on this one, which is less important. But we'll see. We need to see this team in action a little bit more. They've had a really good start to the season, and hopefully they'll continue that. Well, obviously, the league game coming up, that is where the focus lies still. Getting into the playoffs, pushing Oxford City as it stands all the way, and hopefully getting ourselves an automatic promotion. But we've got to try and at least get in the playoffs this year. I mean, with the start we've had, we should be in there, but never say never. As Danan puts a ball forward, not his best work, I have to say, but he's going to get the ball that's come out here. Oh, Liam Danan, well done. Ball forward now. Hildred runs it forward, and a ball slid through to Harvard now. If he can get a ball into the middle, it could be dangerous. He does, and Claire puts it well over. She'll be disappointed with that. Now, we're still playing an attacking, structured style. We'll stick with it for now. I guess against sides that are maybe a little bit weaker, we should play a little bit more fluid. I mean, we'll try that out. Working opportunities, working openings, and keeping the ball in their half is often quite a good tactic, I find. Right, dressing room. We'll do a team talk. We'll do passionate. Actually, you know what? We'll do aggressive. I'm not happy with that performance. We should be doing better. There they are. There we go. I'm a whole new man, viewers. I'm a new manager. New ownership. New mental state. All right, we're winners now. We're winners. Apart from the last couple of games where it has sort of gone to pot. But we're ordinarily winners. There's a highlight at the start of this half. Ordinarily these come to nothing. But Liam Danan finds Peel, who, tell you what, he scored quite a few from range as well. Who knew? He scored a couple of bangers from outside the area. So it's now going to be a chance for our opposition to come forward as Miller plays it across. Oh, Widdowson. I mean, shows all of his experience, his age and experience to come across there as Peel looks to play a ball up towards Danan. It's not his greatest work. And it goes back to Byrne. Oh, Peel nips in. Peel, Charlie Peel with the goal. Elliot Cox is giving the assist. I mean, that is ridiculous, but there we are. It's a goal for Charlie Peel, another one for the campaign that gives Thames the 1-0 lead. You can see from this behind goal view, I like this, as, I mean, Godball doesn't do the best. He plays it into Byrne, whose touch is poor, and is definitely an Elliot Cox assist there. I think we can all agree. Definitely mark that up on the season's stats. What? That's nonsense, isn't it? That's unfair to people that have been having real assists. In terms of the team, I should say we've actually made. Do you know what? I'm completely lost. The takeover's happened. I've forgotten everything. So we've also got this guy Worthington. I'll show you in a minute. What a shambles, Ben. What a bloody shambles. Ball's played forward by Heath, and Peel could be in for a second here. Charlie Peel. Oh dearie me. The real Peel, looking good. I mean, it was a corner. So throw in for them, though. And they could have a chance to get back in this here as Malpass plays it forward. Togwell comes across, does fantastically. Cox is in all sorts of trouble. Ball whipped into the middle. George, safe hands will call him for now. This could be another clean sheet as well. I mean, who'd have thunk it? Ball launched forward up towards Peel and Danan. and it's knocked down eventually, and it's going to be Leighton who come away with it as we force the ball back a little bit, which is nice, but the ball forward's decent, and Miller's got the pace on our back line. Togwell's beaten, ball played in, Heath gets it clear, but the danger's not over yet. Ball into the middle, Cox clears this time, and Peel picks it up and plays it forward towards Danan. He's got to be offside, referee. Lino, Claire, no, she's done it. How was that not offside? I'm so confused. It looked about a mile off. Maybe my eyes were deceiving me, but in my mind... You are joking. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Skip this a minute. Put it in 2D so we can see this in all its glory. What just happened there? Right. You are joking. You are joking, game. Sorry. Bang. I don't know what to say, viewers. It is the worst mistake I've ever seen on the game. It's played up to Miller. I mean... It's play on. They all said play on. Is that a joke? Is it a joke? What do you mean? It's the worst offside decision. I mean, we're seeing it again in a replay. Yep, still offside. What's going on? Today has been a mad episode. It's all kicking off. That's the worst offside decision I think I've ever seen. I mean, Reddit, what do you think? Have you seen it, Reddit? I mean, unbelievable. I feel like Reddit are the go-to here. They will have known if they'd have seen an offside quite that bad. Well, luckily, it's a bit of a meaningless cup game, but I'm still astounded by how bad it is. Oh, that'd be cool for VAR. Bloody hell. Just really thought it couldn't get any worse. Right, well, now Leighton applying a bit of pressure. Clark's looking forward to Peel, though. We need another goal here to win this. As Squires goes forward, finds Danan, finds the run of Hemmings, ball across, Peel's there. Charlie Peel with a second, 82 minutes gone, and it was onside, viewers. And I think that's the most important fact to take away from all of this. With that second goal, we're going to make a change as well. Michael Smith's going to come on for Danan in that target man role we know him and love him for. Oh, so well. Adam Worthington, by the way, young striker brought in, 2-star current ability, maybe quite a lot of potential as well. It was brought in because of the injury to Wayne Adams. It made sense. He's actually come from West Ham, of all places. Wasn't picked up by anyone else, so we got him on a free. Good finishing, good determination, work rate. Physicals are pretty good as well. This is a weird time to explain all of this, I understand. He played in the FA Cup game and scored, but we lost 6-2, so that's the real takeaway from that game. It's played in. I mean, this could be dangerous. Freeman, oh, for flipping sake. Duncan Freeman scores a completely legitimate goal, and that is equally as annoying as the first one. Corner kicks to be played in. Clark Slocum out to Hemmings, who can strike them from there. Finds Squires. Brett Squires. Oh, Squires. Bretty boy's got to be scoring those. There's another corner. Clark Slocum. Heath. Oh, we've hit the post. Flipping heck. We are giving them some damage right now as the ball's played forward. Oh, you are joking. Another corner. Clark Slocum. Heath there again. And this time it goes in. 91st minute on the clock as well. We've been largely dominant in the game. We've had a lot of chances too. And it's a 3-2 lead now. Let's just hang on. Let's go a bit more defensive. Let's play this smart, Benny boy. Come on. Go defensive. Let's waste time as much as we can. And let's knock these wingers back a little bit. Just see this out now. No more funny business. Hemmings with a free kick though. Heath knocks it onto Togwell. Could have been a fourth. I mean, there's one last chance for them here. 15 seconds on the clock. Godbold strikes and it's over. And I think it's going to see us progress to the next stage. And there we are then. It is all over. Thames 3, Leighton 2. And we progress to the Isterman Cup. I think it's second round maybe. I assume so. Pretty sure that's our first game. Yeah, it's the third round. It was the second round. I apologise, everybody. And next up, Tooting and Mitcham, who I didn't even realise are 24th. They're bottom of the table. I ordinarily wouldn't have picked this game, but with the takeover, we're having it. And actually, in the league, we need to get back to winning ways, so it's important. We receive £472. The new ownership are thinking, wow, this is a money spinner. Ah, how wrong they are. Charlie Peel shines or praise the performance, superb in front of goal, and he loves it. He's only down as a backup, but if he carries on like this, starter for life. I've just done the draw for the next round. We're playing Haybridge, so bridge. That works. All right, let's rest that starting 11 for the upcoming game, and we're good to go. I'll see you in a few days' time. If any more takeovers happen, I'll let you know. Okay, Tooting and Mitcham coming up. And I think after the performance in the last game, wasn't too bad. Little step up towards the end. But there's a massively offside goal, viewers. Nothing I can do about that. So, we'll go into this one. Have I made any more signings before we continue? No, it was just Adam Worthington. But we've clarified that one now. So, George will be in goal. Cox, Togwell, Heath and Widowson. Squires and Hallahan in the middle. Clark Slocum, Hemmings on the other side. Danan and Peel up front. And we've got a few more players on the bench now, so that's nice. I'm also going to bring George Heaven into the side instead of Andy Douglas. Yes, there we go. Cover, defensive cover. Right then, boys, get out there, do the business. So far, very good league form. Only one defeat. Let's not make that two against the bottom of the table side. Apparently, G Fox is their star player. He's quite fast and isn't a natural on that side, so that's good. I certainly say we should be winning this one fairly comfortably, and the boys like it. They're on board. So here we go. You can see the table on that left-hand side then. Oxford City, 31 points. We're on 29. Goal difference so far this season looking good as well. Better than Oxford City's. And that's despite keeping no clean sheets, as the first chance of the game is in our possession. Brett Squires plays it forward to Mr. Peel, who we've seen is deadly, but this time maybe supplying. And, oh, is that a good save? I think it's at the bar, maybe. Back in the game now, and where are we going to see the chance come from? It goes up forward, and some nice work from Tooting and Mitcham. I don't know if this is Tooting or Mitcham. I assume it's both of them together, as George with a good calm clearance out to Hemmings. You've got to say the ball forward towards Charlie Peel's very good. That's good defending though. You've got to Coots, I think it is there, with a great little interception at the back. Togwell wins his header though from the kick forward, and now Peel tries to find the ball forward, can't quite. Brett Squires, can he get the ball across? Hemmings does. Danan's there. Oh, what a great finish into the corner of the net. Liam Danan with the first goal of the game and celebrates with the fans of Thames, and it's 1-0, 7 minutes, 41 seconds gone. I mean, Peel loses out, just sort of deflects off, but doesn't give it up. Gives it to Squires, whose ball, the cutback here actually, or it's Hemmings in fact, calmly done, and a lovely finish from Danan as well. 1-0, it's a good start, very good start. Tooting and Mitcham haven't had a shot yet. They have now. That's been altered. Corner to them. Fox to play it in. Hallahan gets it clear, but straight back out to Fox. He finds Crothers on the edge over the bar. I'd quite like to keep a clean sheet today, if at all possible. I mean, I'm not expecting it, but I'm hoping for it as a throw in into the feet of Clark Slocum, whose ball down the line might find Charlie Peel. Decides, no, not running for that, not this time. And it goes back to Idem in the goal for Tooting and Mitcham. Ball launched forward. It looks like we're going to win it though, and Heath heads forward, although doesn't find the feet of Hallahan, and now Jabrin is forward for them. Shot on goal. George with another good save. And George now launches it forward. The header down is decent, and they might have an opportunity to do something, although we challenge really well. Get in on him perfectly. Danan finds Hallahan. If he can slide it through to Peel, he can. Peel one-on-one. Good save from the keeper. Lots of chances in this game so far, but not even close to half-time. All right, we are now close to half-time. I take it back. All right, so half-time 1-0, looking good, and we're going to go straight back out for the second half. Pleased with how things are going, keep it up. I think in terms of changes, it'll probably be in the forward areas if needs be, but both players playing very well, so maybe, I mean, defensively, we could switch things up. We could take Cox out, bring Heaven in, but I don't think there's any need to at the moment. We've got Bailey, who's played a little bit. Hemmings picked up an injury. Matt Bailey, the pacey winger, can feature if called upon, so we might bring him on at some point for Hemmings. We've made that switch quite a lot this season, actually, as it comes down to Fox now. And the ball over the top could be dangerous, but he goes to feet, and then Hallahan in the centre intercepts, finds Brett Squires, whose ball forward isn't particularly good, but might get a chance to redeem himself. No, as they pick it up instead. Willowson, though, gets in on him and just launches it forward. Is there going to be a defensive error here? Barkley was taking his time, wasn't he? Back to them. And the ball is again launched forward. We seem to win a lot of these, though. They're going long, and we're loving it, frankly. Hemmings plays it into Danan. Now some good football from Thames, hopefully, as Peel goes back to Hallahan, and we're working this nicely in sort of a squarish formation. Slocum, I mean, that is a lovely goal. I'll tell you what, that is Thames football right there. Beautiful stuff. That was enjoyable, very enjoyable. You can see Danan plays it into Peel, just lays it back to Hallahan. It's the composure of the team. Squires then finds the perfect ball out to Clark Slocum, whose ball to the back post for Danan is superb, and he finishes it off perfectly. His second of the game, Thames' second of the game, and it's 2-0. Liam Danan having a stormer. Some more possession. Hallahan there has played a beautiful ball. Hemming into Danan for the hat-trick. He's hit the post. It's come back out to him. Hemmings again to Clark Slocum. Knocks it down maybe. Hallahan to finish. No, not quite. A bit of a challenge goes in. There was a ball there from Hallahan. I mean, I'll show it again. Look at that. Look. Oh, that is Steven Gerrard-esque. 15 minutes left to go, and so far this 11 are playing very well, so there's not a massive reason to change it. There's a great ball to Peel. Oh, another good save from the keeper. We're going to make that switch we were talking about. He's playing well, Hemmings, but we're going to bring on Bailey. Extra pace injection on that left-hand side, and Smith's going to come on for Peel as well. Danan's got the goals. Target man in Michael Smith. We know how good he is. He's the ginger assassin, right? You don't sleep on him. But so far, so good. Everyone's playing their part in this team, and that is what you like to see. 10 minutes to go. We're also going to bring on George Heaven at right back. Cox had an okay game without doing anything special. Clark Slocum's corner's played in. Togwell's there, and Togwell makes it 3. And Thames this season, admittedly, right, Tooting and Mitcham, bottom of the table. I don't know how many points they've got, actually. How are they doing for points? 9 points. Not having the greatest of seasons. But we, at the top of the table, actually, this game is descending as top. Oxford City, I assume they're playing today, losing to Folkestone. Well, what a turn up for the books. And what a day in the history of Thames FC. We've had a takeover. We've had a signing that I missed. We've had Michael Smith, the ginger assassin, shoot wide. We've had an offside goal, which I'm struggling to get my head around. And now we go top of the table with a massive amount of stats, apparently. But there we are, like you can see, going very, very well for us this season. And hopefully we can carry it on. This is what we like to see. Thames football at its best. A couple of lovely goals today as well. And with 30 seconds to go, you would assume that, my friends, will be that. It's not just the result, folks. It's the performance as well. We're playing good stuff. 5 seconds to go. I don't know if we're going to get the chance. I mean, the ball's put in anyway. Brady's going to gather, but I think the referee might call time on this. And he does. Thames 3, Tooting and Mitcham 0. And we go to the top of the table. Say we are top of the league. Ooh, ooh. Just realised the camera's gone off. When did that happen? Oh, bloody hell. Hang on. Hang on a minute. The dream's not over. I'll be back. Well, hello? Are we good? Oh, flipping heck. I mean, just when you thought there couldn't be more drama today, there's some more. And there we are then. That is going to bring us to the end of the episode. We end at top of the table with new owners, debt-free, and things are looking up for Thames. If you enjoyed today's episode, do drop a like. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. And we'll love with care. For me, not to mention. Until next time, goodbye. I made Michael Emery at the start. Bloody hell. And that brings us to the end. There's a 4th column on the Patreon. Thank you so much to everyone that's supporting over there. If you're interested in supporting, there's a link in the description. Thank you to Jake and Elliot who've supported recently, and I will see you tomorrow.